I've got some things you need to know about OU softball heading into the 2025 season. And for some of you out there, you may just come away a little bit more confident in Sooner softball this season after hearing these interesting stats on the offense, the pitching staff, and the dominance this program has shown in recent years. If you love Sooner softball, if you love SEC softball, and you haven't subscribed already, please do. Helps this channel out, helps grow the game. Please like and subscribe, turn on those notifications. I put out several videos a week with OU and SEC softball, but let's get to it. Now, what is the goal when you step to the plate as a hitter? Anybody? To get on base, and that's what this team is going to do. And they could very well end up being the best team in the country at getting on base. Okay, that sounds great. They'll get on base, but why will they get on base? Why do I have that opinion? Well, I have that opinion because I already know that several players, they get on base. That's what they've done. Be it at OU or another program not named OU, it's what they've done. They've gotten on base. To prove the point, here's some numbers. Ilana Agbayani had a 534 on-base percentage last season. That was good for second in the Big 12, which is a very good league last year, by the way, and ninth nationally in all of college softball. Ella Parker was pretty good as well. 516 on-base percentage. That was good for fourth in the Big 12. Cassidy Pickering, 513. That was fifth in the Big 12. So three in the top five from the Big 12 are on this year's roster. And then Abby Dayton had a 510 on-base percentage, which was good for second in the Pac-12. That's four players who had over a 510 on-base percentage last year. You don't need to be a math genius. I'll just tell you, and it's easy to see, that is an insane number. It's so insane that nobody in college softball can currently claim they have four everyday starters who had over a 510 on-base percentage last season. And by the way, those four hitters I just mentioned, don't be surprised at all if those are hitters 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup this year. And hey, those are just the names that we've seen. Wait till Nellie McEnroe-Moranis does her thing. She's going to get on base, as will Isabella Emmerling and members of this number 1 overall recruiting class this year. I've said it a lot this offseason, but I'll say it again. This offense for OU is going to do a lot of things. There will be plenty of base hits. There's going to be plenty of home runs, singles, bunts for base hits, all of it. But above everything else, they will get on base. And if we're evaluating the things a softball team will be best at, that's a really, really good place to start. Okay, for number 2, dare I say the pitching depth or even the pitching experience that OU has in the circle this year. I know some of you think it's the biggest question mark to the year. Will they have an ace? Will they have a true staff? Well, I feel pretty good about the numbers. Bella Smith has 70 career wins. Sam Landry has 63 career wins. Kirsten Deal with 17 career wins. Peyton Monticelli with 7 wins in her career. 157 wins. It's a lot. It's impressive. That's more than Florida. That's more than Texas. Yeah, you guessed it. That's more than any other team this year in college softball. 157 career wins. And okay, I get it. Maybe some of you right now are saying, well, the majority of those wins came from pitchers from Louisiana and Campbell. And hey, I get it. You don't have to yell. It's not the same competition they'll be facing this year. I cannot argue the fact that Bella Smith and Sam Landry will face better competition this season. But at the same time, just because they're facing better competition doesn't mean they won't rise to the challenge in a big way. In fact, I expect that to happen. And I won't be surprised if one or even both of these portal pitchers have their best season of college softball yet. Just like Kelly Maxwell did, just like Hope Troutwine did, just like G. Juarez did, just like Alex Storako did. You kind of get the point. No matter the level, there's an incredible track record of players coming to Oklahoma from the portal, especially in the circle, and having their best season. If that happens for just one of either Sam Landry or Bella Smith, OU is going to have something really special in 2025. Next one up is home runs, the most exciting element to the game for a lot of softball fans out there, and OU's done a really good job in this stat. This one is interesting. OU was, really good at hitting home runs last year. Nobody in the Power Four hit more bombs than the Sooners did in the 2024 season. And last season wasn't unique. Patty has had multiple teams that have been the best in college softball at hitting home runs. But I've heard this a lot, and you probably have as well. Well, they're just not going to hit as many home runs this year. The power is really going to be down from years past. Maybe, but let me present this to you. Yes, obviously, it's going to be hard to replicate the 122 home runs that the Sooners hit last year. I mean, they lost 4 hitters who hit double-digit home runs last season. You'd be hard-pressed to find another team last year or even in recent years that have lost 4 players with double-digit home runs in the same graduating class. But here's the thing. Even though OU loses 4 hitters who had double-digit home runs, they also return 4 hitters who hit double-digit home runs last year, which, again, is absolutely insane, and that's got to be unheard of. Sid Sanders hit 15 home runs last year for the Sooners. Isabella Emerling hit 14 last year at North Carolina. Ella Parker hit 13 as a true freshman. Cassidy hit 12 as a true freshman. Florida does return 4 double-digit home run hitters, but they also didn't lose 4 to graduation as well, just 1. Texas brings back 3 hitters who had double-digit home runs a year ago. So the 4 hitters that I just mentioned for OU hit a combined 54 home runs last year. Would I project OU to hit more home runs than last season? No, I wouldn't do that right now. But can OU still be one of the top home run hitting teams in college softball this season? Absolutely. In fact, I expect OU, if not the SEC leader in home runs, to be in the top 3 this season. Don't worry, the home runs will still be there. They're going to hit a lot of bombs. So yeah, this team's going to bunt for base hits and steal bases and move runners and do all the things that a great offense does. But don't doubt about their ability to hit home runs this year. They are going to hit home runs. That's what OU softball does, and that's not changing anytime soon. Okay, so I did a lot of research for this video, just going to tell you. I did so much research that I came up with 3 cool stats. I also came up with some others. But how about 2 more? Toughest to strike out. You know who's really hard to strike out? Ilana Agbayani. She struck out just 7 times last year in 208 at-bats. 7 strikeouts in 208 at-bats. 3.4 strikeout rate. Another insane stat. And it ranked among the best in all of college softball last year. She gets on base, and she doesn't strike out. I cannot wait to see her as OU's leadoff hitter this year. Okay, last one, and it's a bit of a flex for the program. Is OU SEC ready? Well, let's erase that a little bit. No. Let's revise that a little bit. Is the SEC ready for OU? Because they haven't been recently. In the last 4 seasons, the Sooners are 22-2 against SEC teams. 22-2. 22 out of their last 24, with the lone losses being last season to Florida in the Women's College World Series and a game at Georgia all the way back in 2021. And it's not like OU has just picked on one SEC program a lot. 9 SEC teams have been beaten in that stretch. So yeah, OU's ready for the SEC. But the real question is this: is the SEC ready for the Oklahoma Sooners? Have a thought about any of the stats? Drop those in the comments. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But as always, thank you for watching.